Hi, and welcome to the Skincarma Pod. I'm Carmine, the creator and voice of the Skincarma Blog. With more than 25 years in beauty as a brand builder, copywriter, and skincare junkie, I'm putting my product wisdom and expertise to work demystifying skincare. On today's episode of the Skincarma Pod, I'm joined by Alicia Lindner, co-CEO and third-generation family founder of the pioneering natural skincare brand Annemarie Börlind. Annemarie Börlind was founded by Alicia's grandmother, Annemarie Lindner, in Germany's Black Forest in 1959. Representing the third generation of a visionary family business, Alicia continues to carry forward her grandmother's mission to merge nature and science to create high-performing, natural skincare that's both ethical and effective. More than 6 decades later, Alicia's leading Annemarie Börlind into the future, blending family legacy with next-generation innovation, sustainability, and transparency. Under Alicia's leadership, Annemarie Börlind remains a global benchmark for natural beauty, rooted in sustainability, powered by cutting-edge botanical research, and guided by her grandmother's timeless philosophy: if I can't eat it, I won't put it on my skin. I'm excited to explore how she's preserving the integrity of a heritage brand while shaping a new vision of natural skincare for today's conscious consumer. Let's do this. Let's talk to Alicia. Alicia, hi.
Hi, good to see you.
It's good to see you too, in your hat, in your Black Forest hat.
Thank
I love
you.
it.
Yes, it's a traditional hat from the Black Forest. That's the region where we're from in the south of Germany.
That's amazing. That's so amazing. I've never been. I've only been to München and Frankfurt.
It is nearby. It's like 2 hours away, 2 hours drive.
Yeah.
So that's but still, the Black Forest is very, very unique.
And we all know that the Black Forest is famous for Black Forest cake, everybody's favorite dessert.
Absolutely.
I love fruit and chocolate, and I don't like people who don't like fruit and chocolate.
I totally agree 100%.
Right? If you don't like fruit and chocolate, stop listening to this podcast right now, because we're going to talk a lot about Black Forest cake.
No, but you know what? The best thing from the Black Forest actually is our natural skincare. So that's really what we should talk about. That I'm very excited to share.
We're going to. All right, so do share everything you know. I want to hear first how you grew up and how you ended up, leading your grandmother's company.
Mm-hmm. So I grew up here in the Black Forest, again, that very picturesque fairy tale-like landscape in the south of Germany. Mm-hmm. And so I went out to go studying in Scotland. I went working in the US. I worked in Munich. I've been around a bit before I came back home and when I was 25 and started working at our family business.
That's amazing. I didn't realize that you worked. When we talked a little bit earlier, you said that you lived in the United States, in California for a little bit.
Right.
Yeah.
That was 2023, and I moved over with my husband and my 3 kids. And I wanted to find out more about the US American market and how the retail landscape looks like, what people find interesting, why they buy the products, why they don't buy the products, and everything related to it. And it turned out to be a wonderful, wonderful time. I traveled like crazy throughout the country.
That's cool. You probably saw more of it than we usually do.
Well, it was very much work related. So I saw a lot of planes, a lot of hotels, a lot of restaurants, and a lot of stores. So a lot of people in front of shelves and talk. I was the one with that Black Forest hat. And people in Texas, actually, they offered like so much money for that hat. And I was still like, no, this is not for sale.
Oh my God, that's amazing. But at least you could sell it. There's
Absolutely.
a market for it. There's a market for it.
You know what? If that thing with the natural skincare doesn't work out, I'm just gonna sell these hats.
That's incredible. Wait, so when you were growing up, were you part of your grandmother's business, or that just came later?
Yeah, like when you grow up with skincare or your own skincare product, of course, you are always have some sort of relationship with them, right? So in the morning, you use them. When you go shower, have a bath, and that kind of stuff. Of course, you have a very strong connection to the product. Then the village where I live. That's where the company is. It's also where I grew up. So of course, you know, a lot of people who've been working there. You know them from kindergarten until today. We have employees who I know since kindergarten, right? And it's
Oh, wow.
300 employees that we're currently having, and I would say a third of them I know since my childhood.
That is amazing. It really is like a family business, but it's
It
like
is.
it's even bigger than that. It's like a whole community business.
It is, definitely.
Yeah, so let's talk about the, you know, how your grandmother founded the brand and about your grandmother. I think when we
Mhm.
spoke, you said that the day that we spoke, it was her 105th birthday.
Exactly, right. It was, yes. And so she founded the company in the 1950s, and she had very bad skin back then. So she had
Mm,
acne and nothing would help her. So she went from doctor to doctor. And back then, chemistry was a big thing, right? So
yeah.
everyone wanted to have chemistry, right? And it didn't work for her. She would always tell the story how she came home from a dermatologist, and he gave her some sort of a paste, and she could peel off her skin in pieces, in black pieces, and she was like, that doesn't really work on me. And her husband, my grandfather, gave her a book with herbal essences, and where, you know, she learned how to make your own skincare. I worked on her skin wonders, and then on her friend's skin, and then on the friends of the friends, and so on and so on. And then they started a business and started selling cosmetics.
That's amazing. So, you know, I actually mentioned in the intro that her motto was, "If I can't eat it, I won't put it on my skin." I think
Exactly.
that's so incredible. And so,
Yes.
obviously, in the beginning, the products were 100% natural, and they were presumably edible. Not that you would want to eat them, but
Yes.
what was her intent behind that?
Yeah. So the idea is, until today, that's our credo. If I can't eat it, I won't put it on my skin. And as you said, it's not supposed to, right? It's not yogurt. But
Right.
we have a very long list of no-goes that we would never use in our products, right? So there's never
Mm,
silicone in it, never PEGs, never petroleum, or like nasty stuff. So we were clean before clean was a word.
mm, yeah.
and that's the credo. So that's how we developed our product, and that's what natural skincare is to us. But that's very important. We have a lot of efficacy in the products. So we have proven efficacy. We're not witches, right? We are
Right.
scientists.
Yeah. And so let's talk about the products, you know,
Hmm.
a little bit at least.
Yes.
You know, you sent me, I think, probably a dozen products, and I'm completely infatuated with two of them. I
What's your
know you
favorite?
know that I'm infatuated with this
Yes,
because we
that's a
talked
wonderful
about it.
product. Yes.
The Zweiphasen two-phase. I love that it's in German. You don't know that I studied German in college.
I figured when you said München,
Yes,
that's very
yes.
well pronounced for Munich.
Yeah,
We
so
call it München.
I pride myself on my pronunciation in German.
Yes, you
I
should.
think I didn't stick with it. I decided that my major needed to be English because I needed to do something with an English degree, not a German degree. But anyway, the two-phase aloe vera shake.
Yes,
This
that's a
stuff is
fun product,
incredible. It's
isn't it?
fun, but it feels so good on your skin, and
Yes,
it's like super hydrating. As you
yes,
can see, it's running
yes.
down my hand.
Yes.
I love this.
It's sort of serum, right? So, and it's a two-phase
Yes.
product. So it has an oily
Yeah.
phase and a watery phase, and it
Yeah.
only connects when you shake it. So that activates the formula. And
Right.
as it says, there is like a lot of aloe vera in it. So it gives you, first of all, moisture, but it also calms down the skin. So if you tend to get rushes sometimes, or now it's winter, you know, when the skin gets very red from the coldness. So that would be your product.
Yeah. And so, of the products that you sent me, it seems like there's two kind of franchises. There's
Hmm.
the I guess the original collection, and
Hmm.
then Natunio. I don't even
Hmm.
know if I'm pronouncing that
Yeah,
correctly.
perfect. Absolutely.
Right. But you
Right.
know,
The Natanio.
there's the way you're going to pronounce it and the way an American would pronounce it. You know, I always
You know,
I laugh at how people in New Jersey pronounce Lancome. They pronounce it Lancome. So I think Americans are going to pronounce this Natun. They're not even going to say that. But
So we pronounce it
Natuneo.
Natuneo. Natuneo. That's how we
Natuneo,
pronounce
there
it,
you
right?
go.
That's how we
Okay.
pronounce it. But to be fair, I'm pronouncing your language as Germans do pronounce it. So it's totally fair if you pronounce the names of
Yes.
our products as Americans would. So please.
Okay, agreed. And so talk to me about the products.
Yes.
So I know a lot of the products
Yeah.
are infused with the Black Forest spring water.
Yes, exactly. That's a very essential part in our products.
Yeah.
So we manufacture everything here in this fairy tale landscape, like forest, right? And we have our own spring, our own deep spring water comes from it, from a
Mm.
very I don't know it in I only know meters, so I'm leaving it out. So it's far down in
It's 166 meters. I have no idea
Exactly.
if that's a mile, 100 miles. I don't know.
Me
100
neither.
feet, whatever.
No.
Yes.
So it's very, very far down. That's the core
Yes.
message, right? And
Yeah.
our deep spring water is very clean. So there is no hormones in it. There is no pesticides in it, no
Mm.
drugs or anything, which you would usually have in the tap water, right?
Yeah.
Because that's been recycled and some of the nasty stuff that we humans bring in there, it won't get filtered out. So we do not have that problem with our deep spring water. So it's very much drinkable, of course, and it's very clean. It doesn't have these nasties in it. So that's a crucial part in cosmetics is water as well. And we think it has to be very clean and fresh and pristine.
Yeah. And of course, it's always the first ingredient in most skincare products, unless it's
Yes,
like a reverse emulsion or something like that.
right.
The products are all very, very elegant.
Thank
But
you.
I did want to show this because I
Hmm.
really do love this not tuneo.
Yes, perfect.
Is this product, this franchise is new?
Yes, that's a new
Right.
series. So, and that's the
Okay.
night cream. And you can see it's a very light texture and it's wonderful because it changes the texture overnight. So, while it does magic to your skin and does the longevity trick to your skin, it will
Hmm.
change its texture and it will be richer in the morning when you wake up. So, the body temperature actually activates it. So you have two things. First of all, you fall asleep with a skincare which is lighter, not shiny, not sticky, boyfriend proof, girlfriend proof, whatever you need.
Yeah.
And in the morning when you wake up, it's a richer texture. Plus, what it does, it's very much packed with anti-aging, with regeneration, with longevity things. So that's a wonderful product. It does help with the cell renewal. So that's a wonderful product for anyone looking for an anti-aging cream, which doesn't have nasties in it, but has
Yeah.
very much hardcore proven results. The Natunea would be a series.
Yeah, it's really, really elegant. I love it. But the product that I am most obsessed with, and the one that
Tell me.
you don't even know that I'm obsessed
Tell
with,
me.
is this one.
Isn't that great?
Yes, I have to admit I'm not the biggest fan of eye creams.
Yes, me neither.
My philosophy reel is, if the moisturizer works on the rest of your face, you can use it around your eyes. And I also am a
Let me
big
tell you a
proponent of
secret.
conditioning your eye area to
Mm,
taking everything that you put on your whole face because the skin around your eyes is so delicate, including sunscreen. But
mm-hmm,
there's something about this product that I'm
mm-hmm.
obsessed with at night. And I
Yes.
really have a feeling as it gets colder here in New
Mm-hmm.
York that this is going to be something
Yes.
really incredible for me. It
And you
just
know
has this
what?
incredible texture.
Isn't that great? Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
it's a richer texture. And the thing about eye cream is there is a big difference to the rest of your skincare. Like the day cream or night cream is not as concentrated as the eye care is. That is,
Yeah.
but that area around your eyes, as you just said, it's very delicate. It's a very thin skin, so that skin part needs extra support because we're looking around with our eyes, we're squeezing them, and these
Yeah.
muscles and the wrinkles around the eyes, they get, they are working hard throughout the day. So they really, really, really need support with eye cream in order to avoid getting wrinkles or turning back time and, you know, bringing back the smooth skin and erasing wrinkles. And that's really what that Natural eye and lip care does. And that's a cool thing. You can also use it on your lips, Also on this part, what do you actually call it? The part nasolabial, that's a German word. Maybe it's similar in English.
Nasolabial folds.
Nasolabial folds. Okay, that's it.
Yes.
And also between your eyebrows in that area. So
The
everywhere
11s. Yeah.
11s. All right, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Wonderful. So these are the very challenged areas, and that's where you put on that product, and it stays there, and it does magic.
It's incredible. The texture's incredible. I love it. I love it. That
I'm glad.
honestly is my favorite product of all.
A lot of people say that, actually, and it's not cheap. It doesn't come as a cheap price. We're talking roughly around $180, but it's very, very effective. You don't need a lot.
Yeah.
It's so highly concentrated. And again, we do have wonderful clinical results for this eye and lip cream. So I'm a fan too.
Yeah. It's so funny. I didn't realize that at first that it was also for lips. It says Augen- und Lippenpflege
exactly
on the front. And I was like, wait, what? I know Augen was, I was like, okay, wait a minute. It's for lips too? I haven't tried it on my lips yet.
Yes. You can even put a mask on your lips. And in the morning you wake up and it's like other people have to put hyaluronic acid and, stuff in there, whatever.
Right. So when December, January, February hits,
yes,
I'll be sure to give it a try. So, the brand emphasizes this synergy, rooted in your grandmother's philosophy of botanical ingredients and advanced science. Like, how has that evolved over time? The science, obviously, the ingredients themselves don't change, right? Natural ingredients are natural ingredients. But how has the science changed since your grandmother's founding?
Oh my God, that's a lot of change in there, right? Because things that used to be cool back then are not anymore, and science is improving and evolving, and there's so many new things that we can do in natural skincare now that was not possible back in the days. So one thing would be the scent. You know how a lot of natural skincare brands would use essential oils to scent the product.
Yeah.
I personally hate that. So we we do have natural perfume in it, right? So, and this is made with French parfumeurs. So that is such a big difference, because we've all been there. We all bought products that didn't convince us entirely for the scent, but we still bought it. And then we used it once and never again. So scent is very, very essential. And that is something that is a focus for us. And I love how people usually say like, oh, natural skincare, I don't like the scent of it. Then they try our products. They're like, oh my God, that's totally a different story. That's wonderful. It smells like this and like this. And it's, it's like multiple components, right? So that would be one thing. And then if you think of, I don't know, let's take collagen. So collagen used to be only conventional. So it's made from fish bones, from things that the slaughterhouse wouldn't even use. And that's where conventional cosmetics get their collagen from. I find that very nasty, right? So I wouldn't eat that. I wouldn't put it on my skin. So this is why we were looking for a collagen that would be vegan and that would be derived from natural ingredients. So we found a natural collagen from soy and wheat proteins. And what I love most about it, the natural collagen has the ability to store 100% more moisture in your skin. So that is something where, natural skincare, or at least for us, the ingredients that we're sourcing are so much more effective. And that's something that's been evolving over times.
Yeah. So can we shift a little bit to the sustainability component of the brand?
Of course.
I mean, I'm assuming that philosophy is rooted in the environment that you're in, and the Black Forest is
Absolutely.
really pristine, and you have this profound respect for the environment.
Yes.
So I know the brand talks about ethical sourcing for clean water and your initiatives there. Like, talk to me about the philosophy around sustainability on the brand.
So that's very much in our DNA. That's another thing that we did before it was cool. So that was a tough one, because so So if you look back in our history, in the beginning, we would always be selling at health food stores, right? So when natural skincare wasn't a thing, we were back in the health food store. Today, it's a different story, right? We're among the top 10 perfumery, prestigious, premium skincare brands. That was different back then. We wouldn't be anywhere in the department store, and we wouldn't be in the perfumeries, and in the big chains. So, and coming from that idea, that's what shaped our understanding of sustainability very much, because we were surrounded by people who would not want to hurt the environment. And it's just that
Yeah.
simple, right? Why can't we produce and manufacture products that do not hurt the environment or the people or the skin? So it's not that hard. You just have to try, right? And you have to be serious about it. And that's how we came up with it, or that's how it. We didn't come up with it. That's how we adapted it, actually.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
been around
Yeah.
for such a long time, and people have always known. We're actually the second generation, maybe the third, that totally forgot about that. How to actually
Yeah.
make products for yourselves that do not harm the planet. So, and that's what we're
Yeah.
working on. So we are certified sustainable, and the entire supply chain is. So it's not that one ingredient that we put in the cream and say, oh, we're so sustainable. That doesn't
Hmm.
work for us. So the entire sourcing process, the entire production process, the entire recycling of the components and all that stuff. So that's all been monitored and certified as being sustainable.
Amazing. You mentioned generational piece.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think it's so cool that you're part of the third generation of this founding family of women in skincare. There's
Thank you.
it's fascinating. I don't know if you even know this, that I worked in house at Kiehl's,
Oh,
and
really? Okay.
yeah, I started working at Kiehl's very shortly after, like 6 months after the acquisition by L'Oreal,
Mm-hmm.
and Kiehl's was a they were second generation family
Yeah.
founder, that transferred the business to L'Oreal. So it's so fascinating to me to see a brand like hold on to a founder's um, really philosophy, intentions, even the
Right.
personality imbued into the brand. And how do you see that challenge for yourself as, the leader of your grandmother's company now?
I think I seriously have the best job in the world. I mean, I
I mean,
work
you
in.
are. I mean, who can get away with a hat like that? Like,
See, it would be
yeah,
ridiculous on a lot of different people, but here I
everywhere
am.
else. Yes.
No,
Yeah.
that's not true, but on some different, because who wears that hat if it's not your company, right? Who does it?
Right. Totally.
Who goes out in public like that, right? But at one point, like if you're brave and you do it and you mean it, people believe you, and I do really mean that. And
Yeah.
for me, it's the most wonderful job working in cosmetics, but in natural cosmetics. And then, like, carrying on the legacy of my grandmother that my parents also built up. And my brother's
Mm,
also my co-CEO. So a lot of people are like very much connected to the brand and to the product. And that's something what I really, really enjoy. I couldn't think of anything better than that. So there is no pressure there, and that was never pressure for me to go and take over the business. So it was my free will, and it is every day. Every day we get up and we make the decisions what we want to do, right? If we do or
yeah.
not. But I really strongly support that idea. So, and yeah, I'm a big fan of what I'm doing. I love skincare. I
Yes.
love the brand. I love the products. I'm a nerd. I'm
It
such a beauty nerd.
shows. You are, right? That from
Yes.
childhood. Was it
Yes.
always like that?
Yes, I would say so. Yes. We have like our
Oh
own
my
lab
God.
just here around the
Yeah.
corner. We have our own lab with currently 12 women working there and developing and doing research. And I remember as a teenager on the weekends, I would sneak into the lab and do my own cream and do my own lip gloss. And it's
Mm,
fabulous. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that.
it really doesn't. It's totally in your blood.
Yes.
So how do you see the company like evolving in
So,
like the next 5 years, 10 years?
yes.
Like paint a picture for me.
So the beautiful thing is that the zeitgeist is on our side, right? So people are very
Hmm.
much into natural skincare, but they want to see an effect immediately. Nobody's compromising for effect. It's still about beauty, right? So as a brand, if you can prove that you can be both natural yet effective, that's a wonderful thing. And there are not as many brands out there who can actually do that, right? And who are not, no, I don't want to talk about the others. So this is something that we're doing, and we want to continue spreading the love and putting it out there. We're making big successes or progresses. Sorry, that's the right word. In the US right now, we're at Dillard's, we're at Nordstrom.com, we're in the brick and mortars with Neiman Marcus, and that's fun. You know, that's great seeing so many people being enthusiastic, and so we really want to stay independent. I don't want to have an investor telling me what to do or what not to do. I would be very bad at this, I have to admit. So if somebody thinks right now, listens and thinks like, oh, that would be a great company in our portfolio. No, we're not for sale. And we won't be in 5 years.
Away.
And not
Yes.
We won't be in 10 years.
We're good. Yes. And the conglomerates, stay away. We don't need that.
Please, no. Please let me have my independence and my peace and silence. Yeah. It's not as peaceful as silence, but still, I love that. And so that's something that we're working on. We're still going to be researching in 5 years. We're going to be among the top 10 brands in the US. We're going to be among the top 5 brands in Germany. So that's what we're working on.
That's amazing. Well, fingers crossed. You certainly have my support.
Thank you.
The products are incredible. They were incredible. I hope everybody has a chance to try them and at least get their hands on this. If you're going to start anywhere, start here.
The two-phase aloe vera shake. Yeah, that's a great product. And you know what?
It was so fabulous.
It was a couple of years ago. Yeah, I love it. I also keep shaking it.
It was I could do this all day.
It was a couple of years ago, like 15 years ago, when we started entering the perfumery in Germany from the health food channel. And people would always say, you know what, you have 0 chances. I'm going to tell you straight away, there is no other natural skincare brand. Like you won't go anywhere. And today we're the only natural skincare brand. We're the only family business. And believe it or not, even in Germany, we're the only German brand among these Shiseido's, Kanebo's, L'Oreal brand.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So that's what we're going to work on in the US too.
Yeah, that's amazing. I love that point. Last question, and then we'll do a quick lightning round, which is always my favorite. Just what's one thing you've learned about yourself through leadership?
Very good question. Well, I don't have to do everything myself. So that's something when I started as a trainee, and then I briefly became head of several departments. And since 5 years, I'm running the company as CEO. So in the beginning, I thought I had to do everything by myself, which is not true. I mean, there's so many amazing and talented people. You know, let them take the decisions. They just need the support and the belief in them. So that's something I learned.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love that. All right, so let's move on to the lightning round. You can give me, one-word answers if you want, just real quickly. The product you can't live without besides one of your own.
There is no other. Are we speaking skincare or in general?
Do in general, since we know there is no other for skincare.
No, there is for skincare. That's only the own. I wouldn't use the other ones. Maybe on the back of my hand just to try. The product I cannot live without. Oh, coffee.
Oh, wow. Okay. Same. But I have a Coke Zero over here.
Okay.
For the afternoon.
Very responsible.
Yes. The most important beauty ritual you learned from your grandmother?
Cleansing. We have to wash our faces with cleanser in the morning and in the evening.
That's amazing.
So important.
She imbued that in you?
Yes, very much. So no matter what time I get home and, in what mood or under what circumstances, I am still gonna wash my face no matter what. no matter
I
what.
love it. I love
And
that.
it's
That's
so,
so cool.
it's so important because your skin clogs so easily and your pores clog so
Yeah.
easily because you have
Yep.
makeup and you touch your skin, your face all day long, and
Pollution, all of it. Yeah.
everything. And it needs to get off. Otherwise, your skin, can't breathe really, and it can't absorb the serums and the day creams you put over it.
Yeah. Can you, I'm assuming that you've been in New York and you've probably taken the subway, yes?
Yes, several times. I lived in New York actually
So,
for 3 months.
did you really? So
Yes.
I bet you couldn't wait to wash your face then.
It's not that bad, but in the evenings I certainly had to.
Yeah, that's how I feel. The second I walk in the door, I wash my face.
So I'm
The
preaching to the choir
mornings
here. Sorry.
you are the morning skincare step you never skip.
Well, cleansing, obviously. As I just said, that serum and
Yeah.
day cream and sunscreen.
Okay. Oh,
I
there
don't
you go.
skip any. Like,
You don't. Does the
Yeah.
brand have sunscreen?
Yes, we do. We do. Not in
Oh,
the US.
cool.
Not in
Okay.
the US though.
That's
FDA
what I was thinking.
is a bit complicated with, I
Yeah.
want to say, high quality skincare sunscreens, but
You have to reformulate. You have to reformulate for
yes. Or I bring you the
sunscreens
original
here.
next time I'm over.
Yes, please do. The place you go when you want to recharge.
The forest. Of course, like we
Oh,
live
yeah?
in the middle of the forest. It's just around the corner, and it's that beautiful black forest with these pine trees. So that's really my recharging go-to place. Running, walking, cycling, it doesn't matter. Just be in the forest.
Oh, I love it. Are you a cyclist?
More like a runner, I would say.
Okay.
I have 3 kids, so I'd have to cycle from time to time in order to teach them.
Yeah.
But if I can choose, I would always run.
Yeah, that's great. Well, so describe the Black Forest in one word.
Picture perfect.
Oh, that's hyphenated. Yes.
If you write it all together and say it real quick, it's one word.
Well, in German, it's one word. It's one long word.
Germans love long words.
They do. It's crazy. Oh my God. How about this one? I don't know where you will go with it. If you weren't leading a skincare company, what would you be doing?
I would
it's so
found my
part
own.
of who you are.
I would find my own
Okay.
skincare, of course.
Because you always loved it. It's so in your blood.
Yeah, and I have to bring my idea somewhere.
Yeah. Back to the lab with you.
Exactly.
Last question. One word that captures Annemarie Börlind today.
Efficacy.
Okay. Terrific. I agree. I completely agree.
Thank you.
If this is any testament to the quality of a product, then for sure.
Thank you.
Oh, Alicia, this is amazing. Thank you so much. And thank you for wearing the hat.
Thank you. You're also wearing your typical American hat, right? I'm wearing my typical German hat.
It's true.
So we're making
You'll
a
never
great
see
team.
me. You will never see me without a cap on. And it's so funny. It's so funny. I have to just say this. Like, I get very particular about this because I put the headphones on and it pushes down like this and it like furrows my brow and it makes me crazy, but still it's a look.
It looks fabulous.
It's all about the look.
Absolutely. Yeah. I know what you're talking about,
all right.
Certainly.
Totally. You can relate. Thank you so much, Alicia. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
And I will drop links to my favorite products from Annemarie Börlind into the notes, into the show notes, so people can at least check them out.
Thank you so much. It was wonderful. And thank you for your very, very warm and thoughtful question. It was wonderful.
Absolutely. All right. Ciao.
Ciao.
Or I can say, how do I say goodbye in German?
You can say tschüss.
Tschüss. That's it.
Tschüss.
Tschüss.
Tschüss. Ciao.
Thank you for listening to the Skincarma Pod. Find more insights, real talk, and reviews of my favorite skincare products on the Skincarma blog at skincarma.com. And if you're listening on Apple Podcasts, YouTube, or Spotify, Please rate and review this episode. It helps me to reach more listeners. Ciao.